En we gaan eens van start met mijn gast voor vandaag, Michal Heertlik. Hij is dus traveler en fotograaf en heeft dus een bezoek gebracht aan Suriname en hij zal ons het een en ander vertellen over zijn bezoek aan Suriname. Welcome, Michal.
Thank you very much.
It's Michal, right?
Yeah, Michal.
So you're a traveler and a photographer.
Yeah.
Can you tell us the reason behind your visit in Suriname?
Well, I focus myself all my life in this region, Latin America, even though Suriname is not like technically Latin America, which is South America and to the Caribbean mostly. But I consider Suriname as part of my region, so that's why I'm here right now, traveling and documenting your country, because since I was a child, I've dreamed of traveling and discovering new places, cultures, costumes, and everything. And I always focus myself in this, part of the world, let's say. So that's why Latin America has been always my dream come true. And I firstly stepped onto this continent like 11 years ago when I visited Venezuela, and everything started. So my adventure has been lasting for more than 11 years now. So and this time I just chose Suriname to come here and really to document the country that almost nobody knows in my country, Slovakia.
I think that's the whole reason why you came to Suriname, because not everybody knows the country. Knows Suriname.
I mean, in my country, almost nobody knows about Suriname. So when you would ask any Slovak person in the street that what is Suriname or where does it located, I mean, nobody would know even that Suriname exists. It's like maybe the opposite direction. If I ask anybody here about Slovakia, or when somebody asks me that where you are from, and I tell them Slovakia, so they're shocked. They don't know what to expect.
Yeah.
So they don't know what Slovakia is, right? They think that somewhere maybe in Europe. They don't even know that there's a country called that name. So we are in this manner. We are in the same way. So that's why coming to Suriname and promoting the country, not only in Suriname but also in my country, in Europe and worldwide, is like a good thing to do.
And how long have you been in Suriname already?
It's my second week now, and I'm gonna say for 2 months in total. So I'm looking forward to so many adventures and experiences that Suriname is offering me.
Yeah. So you've been here for 2 weeks. You told me?
It's my second week.
The second week.
Yeah.
With all the amazing things that you have seen that Suriname has to offer.
What I've seen so far, or what I'm gonna see?
What you have seen so far?
Well, I've been mostly in the capital here in Paramaribo, but I did a trip to the border with French Guiana to Albina, which is like the most chaotic place in all Suriname, and all the port and all the boats coming from and to French Guiana. It was crazy there. And on the way there, I visited Mungo also, and I went to New Amsterdam, I went to Comavaina, I have been to Brokopondo Lake, and also all those small towns or villages like Zandere or Rijsdijk or Republiek or Paranam. So, and I've visited a couple of indigenous villages because that's what I focus into when I travel. I document also the indigenous life and the people, their costumes, because it's such an amazing culture, which is like the original culture of this continent, right? And we never had any indigenous in my country and in Europe in general. So that's why coming to these countries and documenting not just the country but their native indigenous people is such an amazing thing for me, and people from my country really appreciate it when I document that, and I post some photos and experiences and videos from those tribes, because it's like a dream come true for some people in my country just watching those things, you know.
Okay, so you're from Slovakia?
Yes, Slovakia.
How would you describe your hometown? How is your hometown?
My hometown? Yeah. My hometown, it's called Handlova, which is like a little tiny small town in the heart of all Slovakia. We have approximately like 17,000 people, which is like almost nothing.
Yeah.
And it's really like a sleepy town. It used to be a mining town because we are considered mining. It was we used to dig a lot of brown mines and coal and everything, but it stopped like a couple of years ago, and now we are focused mainly on well, that's not really much to do. In my hometown, we have a really nice church.
Yeah.
It is unique in all my country because it has a green and red and yellow colors. So it's like kind of a colorful Latin American thing,
Yeah.
maybe. But in my hometown, there is just my parents, so I get to visit them like once in a few months because I live in a capital, Slovakia, which is Bratislava. It's a bordering capital because we have Austria and Hungary. Really like I can even see Austria and Hungary from Bratislava. So there is a lot to do because it's already a capital. But in my region there is pure nature and mountains and landscapes and villages. It's pretty much like Suriname.
Yeah.
Yesterday we were driving to Brokopondo and I told my friend that everywhere pretty much we drive, I feel myself like in Slovakia,
Yeah.
except of those palm trees because we don't have any palm trees, right?
Okay, that's amazing. Is that one of the reasons why you decided to become a traveler? Because you wanted to explore what the world has to offer?
Yeah, of course. Because, yeah, as you said, I've dreamed always of discovering, exploring, having adventures, meeting new people, new cultures. To see how the world is really offering so many challenges and points of view that the people who don't travel just don't see those things, you know. So and also this is the thing that traveling has taught me, you know, all my life. So. Overcoming challenges and encountering new cultures and yeah, all that stuff. So when I come back home, I feel like we are missing a lot of stuff in Slovakia.
Yeah.
So that's what I can bring by my photos and experiences when I give lectures or conferences about these countries to the Slovak audience. Yeah.
That's what my next question was going to be. When you make those pictures, how will the public be able to see them apart from them being posted online?
Yeah, it's mainly social media, right? So I got my Facebook fan page, Instagram account. I even got my website, official website, where pretty much everybody can see what I do. And but I also print my photos on canvas or maybe some other materials, and I try to sell them in either my country or somewhere in the world, and I can pretty much also sell them online to anybody who would be interested into that. So
yeah. And most of the countries that you've been are Latin American countries, apart from Suriname being a South American country.
Yeah, Latin American. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been to Saint Lucia the last year, which is Caribbean.
Yeah.
And I experienced my first carnival ever. So that was
That's
like
amazing.
That was like a dream come true for
Yeah.
me because I really love colors, everything moving and chaotic, and it was noise everywhere, and it was really amazing experience.
Yeah. Traveling also has the other side where there are things waar je rekening mee moet houden. How do you say this in Dutch? There are other things that you need to be careful of, aware of. What are those things?
Well, I always, when I travel, have to be careful about my camera and my stuff, my backpack, my belongings, you know. But that's something that everybody should be aware of and take care of his or her things, you know. But a part of that, I just I'm not going to the, I don't know, maybe some shadow streets at night, or when somebody tells me don't go there because it's dangerous, so I try to avoid that place, you know, just to not immerse myself like into some maybe bad situation, you know. But sometimes it happens that even in a like a daily. So when I try to take some pictures, or when I'm just walking around the streets and people shout at me, and it's not always a pleasant experience or feeling, let's say, but I'm just used to it already after those years of traveling.
Are there any similarities between the different countries that you've been to, regarding to the people, the life food?
I mean, all the countries in this continent have so much in common, because you're just one region, and if you go to another country, it's just your region, you know. But all the countries have some similarities and also some differences. So there are slightly different stuff when you just cross the borders to another country. But I would say that's like 70% of all the countries are, let's say, the same or similar.
Okay. And you've been here for 2 weeks. If you could describe the Surinamese people in English and in Russian, how would you do that? Starting with English.
No, I don't know how to say it in Russian, because that's not my language.
That was the language.
My language is Slovak.
Oh, Slovak.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's part of a Slavic language family. Where there is also a Russian language, so we are all Slavic nations like Slovakia, Czechia, Poland, Serbia, Croatia, Russia. So we are all Slavs, right?
And that's one of the reasons why we need to come in contact with people from other countries, so we can learn these things. So,
about the Surinamese people, your temperament, you are very, in some way, generous, and you try to make the other smile and feel really good in your country.
And how do you say all the positive things from Suriname in Slovakia?
You want me to tell you in a Slovak language?
Just so you can get a sense of how it sounds like.
Okay, I can tell you maybe a couple of sentences in Slovak regarding Suriname. Suriname bol vždycky mojím snom navštíviť túto krajinu, a preto som sa tento rok rozhodol ju navštíviť a prišiel som sem pred takmer 2 týždňami a budem tu dokopy 2 mesiace cestovať, dokumentovať krajinu, spoznávať novú kultúru, nových ľudí. Suriname je jedna z najmenej navštevovaných krajín na celom svete, ale aj samozrejme na kontinente, tak dúfam, že budem tu mať iba viacero pozitívnych ako negatívnych skúseností a že to bude celé jedno veľké, skvelé dobrodružstvo.
Thank you.
Is it okay?
Thank you. It's okay. It's okay. Thank you for that. It's a very beautiful language, I must say. It almost sounds like, I don't know, I almost want to say Latin, but it's not Latin. No.
It's Slavic language, so it can remind you of Russian language maybe, but I don't understand even a word from Russian, so it's like we don't understand each other, but there are so many words that are similar to in those languages, like it's, for example, like Creole languages, but they are slightly different in some parts and islands. There is a French Creole, British Creole, some other Creole. So they can slightly understand each other, but it's not that language, you know.
Okay, that's very good to know. You'll be taking pictures and making videos. Where can the people see it? Is there a link or website where they can go?
Yeah, they can follow me and see all my materials in my Facebook fan page, which is Michal Hertlik / traveler and photographer, and also on my Instagram, which is Michal Hertlik altogether. And my website is really simple, which is www.michalhertlik.com. So it's an international ending, and people can see pretty much all my work that I've done all my life in Latin America in terms of traveling, photography, documentation, and my, for example, media presence, or all the articles I've been publishing into the magazines or newspapers or some other media they can see there. But all the stories and photos I'm publishing, maybe like I I try to publish them right
Yeah.
now when I'm here in Suriname. So Facebook, Instagram is really active these days.
That's good to know. The
Yeah.
people will see the link below, so they don't need to listen to it again. They will see the link below, so they can search
Yeah, of course.
and
yeah.
find it very quickly.
Yeah.
How does your schedule look like for the coming days in Suriname? What are you going to do?
Well, I don't even know. I came here to visit all the country, but I don't really have like the strict schedule or itinerary to follow the upcoming days. So I would mostly rely on my spontaneous things and maybe I don't really know. I don't know. So maybe tomorrow I will end up in Nikori or I will end up in Braunschweig.
It's very spontaneous.
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I don't like traveling alone. I mean, let me put it this way: I love traveling alone from Slovakia. But when I'm in the country already, I
need
really
to be
love
with a
to.
guide.
Yeah, I really
Yeah.
no, not necessarily with a guide,
A fellow traveler?
but fellow traveler or my friends in the country, so we can just share the experiences together and share laughs and smiles and photos and just not to be alone in that exact place and to have some company. So let me see what pops up, shows up in the upcoming days, and I will see where I end up. Yeah.
Okay. I think you've come at the end of the interview. Is there something you would like to add before we leave?
I hope that Suriname will accept me with all my ideas what to do here, and the Surinamese people, even if they recognize me somewhere in the street, they will be nice to me and welcoming me in your country, and hopefully all my adventure in Suriname for 2 months will end up in a good way, and I would like to come then to the country again, maybe one time.
Thank you. Thank you for coming to the studio, Michal.
Yeah, thank you very
and
much.
we wish you the best with your trip.
Thank you very
around the
much.
world.
En in Slovak, ďakujem veľmi pekne.
Thank you. En dat was dus mijn gast voor vandaag, Michal Heertlik. En hij heeft het gehad over zijn trip naar Suriname. Hij zal dus hij heeft al verschillende delen in Suriname bezocht. En ja, dat was dus mijn gast voor vandaag, een traveler en fotografer. We hebben het hiermee gehad voor wat betreft Magazine 4. Heb je die gemist, is die altijd te volgen op de YouTube-pagina van ABC Suriname. Mijn naam is Claudio Draaibas en tot de volgende keer.